Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way. And as you can see, I'm absolutely over the moon after that performance from Watford. And we actually didn't even come away with 3 points. We probably should have done, but Watford come away with a point in the end, courtesy of a Rhys Healey 96th minute winner. Yes, you heard me right, a 96th minute winner from our substitute Rhys Healey, who clearly needs to be given more opportunities by Valérien Ismaël. But that is a discussion for a whole separate video. But for me, firstly, I'm delighted for him. He's not played really any football since he came into Watford, bar the odd substitute appearance. He come on today, only really given a couple of minutes to try and save the game for Watford. And yeah, he did just that. Vacuum Bio rose high for a header, knocked it down to Rhys Healey, who struck first time. And yeah, the goalkeeper probably should have saved it, but I don't think he was expecting the shot initially. Went underneath his body, into the back of the net, in front of the rookery end, and yeah, we all went absolutely ballistic, and actually it's what Watford deserved. And I actually think Watford probably deserved to win the game as well. If any Southampton fans are watching, I'm sorry to say this, but I thought tactically, you guys were horrendous in terms of your tackles you were putting in some of the Watford players. I thought they were really dirty challenges, really nasty actually, some of them, especially from Adam Armstrong in that first half. Time wasting throughout the game from your goalkeeper up to your striker. Substitutes, taking several minutes to come off the pitch. And ultimately that led to a lot of added time in the second half. 8 minutes was added on. And yeah, that's when Rhys Healey scored his goal. So I think for me, Southampton got their comeuppance in terms of the challenges they were putting in into Watford, the time wasting that happened throughout the game. And if they hadn't have done that, if they just played a normal game of football, they scored their goal, fair play to them. It was a decent goal coming by Ryan Fraser into Chadhams, he slotted it away. Southampton would have won the game if they didn't time waste. Ultimately, their own tactics today were their own downfall. Watford carried on. We were committed. We showed character, as we have done in the past few games. And yeah, I've mentioned already, Rhys Healey puts it away. Not the sexiest of finishes, but yeah, he certainly struck it well, went under the keeper. And yeah, what more can you want? Your first goal at Watford in front of the rookery end, late on in a match. That's kind of what every kid dreams of, really. So I think for Rhys Healey, he'd be delighted with that. I, for one, am delighted with it as well. My voice is starting to go from all the shouting I've been doing today. But I think we should also talk about the team that Watford lined up today as well, because there was one notable inclusion and one notable exclusion from the team. And the big player who wasn't playing today was Jake Livermore, who obviously plays in that defensive midfield position for Watford. Massive miss. I think for me, there was a clear void in that part of the pitch. I thought Sierralta did well at times, breaking up parts of play. There was a few instances where he was out of position at times. I think him and Porteous struggled to kind of figure out who was going to go where. But largely, I think Sierralta did well. And yeah, Jake Livermore, hopefully he's back very, very soon. I read online he's sustained a minor knee injury. I think he's going to miss Tuesday's game against Ipswich as well. But all being well, he should be back for next weekend's game away at Preston, I believe. So not a serious injury for Jake Livermore, and hopefully he comes back very, very soon. And in regards to my thoughts and feelings in the game overall, I thought we held Southampton, especially in the first half, very well. Watford very organised indeed. I thought Jamal Lewis dealt with Walker-Peters really well. Again, Jamal Lewis shown his class in the past few games. I think Ken Sema was quite poor. He had an opportunity, maybe should have done better with. But yeah, again, the left-hand side, Jamal Lewis, Ken Sema still seems to be working quite well. I think Watford's weak link today was probably Mileta Rajovic, I'm sorry to say. You want your striker up there to hold on to the ball, lay it off, simple passes. He didn't do that today. He didn't really influence the game at all. And from very early on, I was calling for him to be substituted for Rhys Healey to kind of run on them balls in behind. Because Rhys Healey is more of a poacher. He's more of a striker on... I can't really describe it, but he anticipates chances and is always in the right positions. Whereas Rajovic, aside from being right in the box and getting his head on something, he does have very little influence on football matches, which is sad for me to say. I thought the whole City game was probably the best we've seen of Rajovic in terms of his overall ability. I think he held up the ball quite well in that game, but I think today with the higher level of opposition, they've got some Premier League quality players in there, Southampton. I think he struggled a lot today. Didn't really have any chance. He had one chance which he should have really put away. But yeah, that was it really for Mileta Rajovic. I think the levels for him were just a little bit too high today, which which is a shame for me to say. I don't really like to out players, but I do think that maybe Vacuum Bio or Rhys Healey playing from the start would have suited Watford better, and maybe Watford could have got a winner with Rhys Healey on the pitch for a bit longer. But hey, we come away with a point. He had offered me that before the game. I absolutely would have taken that. And again, another tough test coming up for Watford on Tuesday night. We're back at Vicarage Road once again, the last game before Christmas under the lights. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. It's for Ipswich Town at home. They're absolutely flying this season. They just won again today. Fantastic side, fantastic manager. Fantastic players. It's going to be a really tough test. Can we come away with any sort of positive result? Let's wait and see. But what I can tell you today is I saw a lot of character shown from the Watford players today. And yeah, I'm very proud of the Watford team and Bilal and Ismail at the moment. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for my reaction after the Ipswich Town game on Tuesday night. Thank you and goodbye.